Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining. My name is Robin Allen. I'm a trainer here at Get More Math, and today is your lucky day. You get two trainers in one. We've got Robbie Brown rating with us in the wings, and he'll be here to answer any questions that you have throughout the training. So be sure and type those questions directly into the chat feature, and he'll get those answered for you. Let's go ahead and get started. I do want you to know that I am a trainer here at Get More Math, but I'm also a former math classroom teacher. So I can just imagine what's going through your mind right now. I've sat through many trainings, meetings, and webinars myself. You're probably thinking, what in the world am I thinking signing up for this? I am stressed. I am swamped. I have way too much to do. And besides that, maybe I've been teaching for over 20 years. I've already seen it all. I've tried it all. There's nothing new out there. I've had all those very same thoughts. I've done the eye roll myself many a time in 29 years in education. But I'm going to share a little scenario with you, a very quick one. And we're going to do a little if-then activity. If you can relate to the scenario that I'm fixing to share, then you definitely do need Get More Math in your life. So here we go. Let's take a look at a typical day in math. We normally introduce a lesson. We model it for our students. We guide them through some practice. And then at some point, we want them to practice and show us that they understand it on their own. At that very moment, we have a happy teacher and happy students. For the most part, we're hearing things like, got it. This is easy. This makes sense. I know it. At that moment in time, the stars are all aligned. Things are great. Days like that, I can remember going home from school and just patting myself a little bit on the back. I'm feeling awesome. And so because that works so well, day after day, we do the same process, teaching and practicing, teaching and practicing, teaching and practicing. The students seem to be doing well. They're learning the material. For the most part, everyone's ready to go day after day until I say two simple words, test tomorrow. And suddenly happy teacher, happy students turn into test tomorrow. Huh? What? I forget. Did she even teach us this? Yeah. So frustrating. Does it sound familiar to you? Because if it does, Get More Math can definitely help. We know the common struggle as math teachers. How can we make the math stick? How do we teach a concept today and they actually remember it tomorrow, next week, and next month? How can we fix it? And the tool is going to be Get More Math. Let's jump in and take a look. We know teaching and practicing, it's very important, but it's simply not enough. The math goes in one ear and many times right out the other. Josh Britton, the creator of Get More Math, added a third component called mixed review. You see, we're still going to continue to teach that lesson. We completely believe the teacher is the most important tool for your students to learn the new content. And certainly they need to practice the new skill, but they also need to be reviewing all previously learned skills from earlier in the year. Notice the gray. You're going to teach the lesson, but Get More Math will support the practice on the new skill and a spiraled review. Now, when Josh decided to create this tool, he took a step back and he thought to himself, if I'm going to use up that much time on a review, I really need it to bring on long-term retention for my students. I need the math to stick. What would I want? Well, I would want it to be cumulative, based only on the skills that I've actually taught. So as the teacher, you have complete control over what goes into the mixed review. He also wanted it to build automatically for the teacher. What a time saver. And as great as that seems, he thought, to be really effective, I needed to individualize for every single student. That's impossible as teachers, right? We've all tried to create a spiraled review before. I remember doing that day in and day out, creating long, extensive spiraled reviews and thinking I'll use it next year. And every year, the students were different. The curriculum was ordered differently. The scope and sequence didn't match, or our state standards changed. I could never actually use it again and again. With Get More Math, totally different story. So let's take a look at what it looks like from the student's screen. Here's an example. A student has logged into the Get More Math program, and you'll see that green ribbon across the top of the screen. Now, in the center of the green ribbon is the title of the assignment, Slope. That tells me the teacher just taught a lesson on slope. They've modeled it and guided their students, and now they're ready for their students to log in and begin practicing that new skill. The score currently says 0 of 9, meaning the student must earn 9 points on the assignment to move into mixed review. And you'll notice in the lower right corner of your screen, I've given you that little graphic. You can see the teacher's already taught the lesson and the student is currently practicing on the new skill. Below the green ribbon are 3 red squares. Each one of those red squares represents a skill that the teacher has taught the student, and all 3, you got it, they're related to slope. Also notice all 3 have a $sign. That tells me all 3 are equally prioritized currently. All 3 are important. All 3 have a value of a point. Now, Get More Math is selected, the $sign in the center for the student to solve first. But if you click over and take a look at the skill to the right, it's another skill type related to slope. And if you click over and take a look at the skill on the left, it's also a skill related to that slope assignment. The student looks at the problem, works it out in their math journal or on paper, enters their answers, and smileys rain down. Immediate feedback. Don't you love it? No more running around and trying to put a check on their paper or waiting on the student to share their screen to tell you if they've gotten it right or not. They know they got it. In the green ribbon, it says 1 of 9. The student earned a point. But look what happened below the green ribbon. The $sign in the center square has been removed. This is how Get More Math is letting the student know, hey, you did a great job on that. I'm going to pull the $sign away. It's not worth a point anymore. I'm going to challenge you. Can you work this skill to the right and also get it correct? So the student looks at the problem, they work it out, they enter their answer, and no smileys this time. First try incorrect, it tells the student. Still immediate feedback, but they missed it. Notice the pink dot in the lower right of the screen. That's an indication the student needs to make a correction. Now, certainly if you're in class with your students, they could ask for help. But many of our teachers are remote right now. They're not in class with their students, or maybe you're in a hybrid setting. Your student can still request help from you. Notice in the upper green ribbon that little digital hand in the upper right corner. If the student clicks there, it's going to light up on your device, whether you're in class with your students or if you're working remotely. It will light up on your screen and let you know they're requesting help. I want you to know this is a huge component, even in the classroom, because students who are timid or quiet and don't want their classmates to know they're having trouble loved this feature when I was using it. At any rate, the student does need to make a correction. Maybe they just check their notes and they fix their mistake. They enter their new answer and smileys rain down, but they did not earn a point. Why? They did not get it right on the first attempt. You see, Get More Math has increased accountability toward accuracy. We care more about accuracy than simply completion. Notice also the blue outline remained around the same skill, giving the student a fresh problem and a new opportunity to get it right. Student works carefully, enters the answer, smileys do rain down, and they earn their second point. And they're now on the only $sign problem on the left. Student works it out and enters the answer. Smileys rain down, and they're 3 of 9. And notice, all three dollar signs have been automatically reset. All three skills are now equally important once again. Let's jump on ahead 3 points later and now take a look at the screen. The student's score is 6 of 9. Notice the student enters their answer and smileys rain down, 7 of 9. What's different? One of the red skills has turned yellow. That's a progress color I'm going to tell you more about in a minute. Student works the next problem, enters the answer, and smileys rain down again. 2 yellow squares. And notice the score, 8 of 9. What's my student thinking? I'm almost done. I've almost finished. What's the teacher thinking? They've almost made it to mixed review. You see, as soon as the student completes this assignment on slope, they're going to immediately begin a spiraled mixed review automatically. Nothing extra for you to do. Here we go. He works it out, enters his answer, smileys rain down, and take a look at the screen. The title is no longer mixed review. I'm sorry, the title is no longer slope. They are now in the mixed review component. And notice, we've completed the assignment and transitioned automatically. Also notice, some of the skills on the mixed review screen are red. Some are yellow, some are green, some are silver, and some of the skills are actually gold. Every student in your class, when they transition to mixed review, will have the same number of squares below the green ribbon. These are all the various skills that the students have already learned earlier in the year. But every student's screen will be unique based on their individual data that Get More Math is continually running. So let's talk about what those colors really mean. When you introduce a brand new skill in Get More Math, it always begins red. Red means beginning level, no mastery. As the student begins to make some progress, a red skill will turn to yellow. That can happen on the very first day they work on a skill. Just like you witnessed, the red slope skills turned yellow. It takes several days and a yellow skill will turn green. After a week or so, a green skill will turn to silver star. And finally, our highest color rating, the gold standard, long-term retention. The math is sticking, long-term proficiency. That's what we want for our students. We want them to get it today, but we would like them to remember it tomorrow and next week and even throughout the entire school year. Now also notice on this screen, only some of the skills have a dollar sign. Dollar signs are how Get More Math completely prioritizes and directs each student to solve the problems they most need work on. They're also the only skills that your students can work to earn a point. So if a student solves a dollar sign problem correctly on the first attempt, they earn a point. Every single time a student answers a dollar sign problem, Get More Math recalculates and decides where to place the next dollar sign. It's how Get More Math determines where to place it based on the student's interaction. If a skill is brand new, the student is still learning it. They will pop up more frequently with a dollar sign in order to help the student build the mastery on that skill. If the student has proven mastery on a skill, it does not fall away like it does with so many other programs out there that I've tried. It will continue to pop up, but only occasionally with a dollar sign to ensure the student is maintaining mastery on that skill. So let's take a look at the student on the left, student number 1. You'll notice below the green ribbon, there's some gold skills, there's some silver skills, and green. Compare that to the student to the right. This student has actually no gold skills, only 1 silver, and quite a few red and yellow beginning level skills. This is like differentiating for 2 students. We've certainly all done that many, many times. But what if I told you Get More Math will completely differentiate and individualize for all of your students every single day? That's the power in our program. Now take a look here. Get More Math has selected the yellow dollar sign on the top row for the student to now solve while working in mixed review. The student looks at that problem, they view it in the center of the screen, and they think, it's yellow. I'm still kind of learning that skill. I don't feel really confident. I want to work this silver skill on the second row. Your students do have some choice. I love that Get More Math allows students to select a dollar sign problem. Student wants to work the silver. Why? They're good at silver skills. They know they've been successful for a while on those. We like to do things we're good at. Students are the same way. Student works it out, enters the answer, smileys rain down, and this is my favorite part. Look where Get More Math took him. Right back to the yellow skill. I really, really need you to work this. Notice also on that skill, there's a little orange corner on that yellow square. That's showing the student and you as the teacher, they've already clicked off of that skill one time. Student says, fine. He works it out. He enters his answer. Smileys rain down, and immediately Get More Math selects the next dollar sign problem that it has determined this student needs to practice. Get More Math is ensuring that your students are getting the most efficient practice for them. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, this looks fabulous, but can I monitor what my kids are doing? Yes, you can. Here's a shot of the teacher screen, what you would see on your laptop or your phone or your tablet. Simply select on the blue ribbon the Classes tab and the class period you'd like to view, and Current Status from the gray column. Just to the right is a lot of data. Let's break it down. You can see every student that's currently logged in and working in Get More Math. Their name will be lit up in blue with a green dot to the left. To the right of that, remember that little digital hand I was telling you about? You can see if a student is requesting help. Notice here, Kearney was the very first student to request help. It actually places a number and orders those students. So no more wondering, whose turn is it next? You'll automatically know. You can also view exactly what every student is working on while you're using Current Status. Here I can see that David Jones is working on slope, and he's gotten 2 points of the 9 required before he can go to mixed review. I can also see my high flyers, my kids who've already finished the slope assignment and moved already into that mixed review. To the right, I can see how many points every student has earned today, and using that information, you're going to want to set a daily goal. Simply click Set Daily Goal at the top of that column, and it will open up to a new window. To set a goal, you'll just determine how many points do you want the student to earn on the new assignment. For slope, it was 9 points, plus how many points do you want the students to earn in mixed review. Maybe I'd like them to earn 11 points in mixed review, so my daily goal might be 20. And I'm going to save that goal. Now watch what happens. Once a teacher saves the goal, it will actually notify your students on their device. So notice on the left, the student has earned 15 points, and in the green ribbon, it tells the student you have 5 points remaining to complete today's practice. Student on the right has earned 20 points. In the green ribbon, it tells them, check mark, goal completed. As a teacher, when you set the daily goal, you're letting your students know the expectation you have for them for that day. Very important. Once you've set the goal, it will appear at the top of the gray column. And then just below that, you'll have the opportunity to switch your entire class to mixed review. Imagine the power in that. If you have some students working very slowly, you can actually transition them with the click of a button. And now they're all in mixed review. And no worries about the slope skills. Every time you assign skills, they immediately become a part of mixed review on that very day. So even if they don't complete the slope assignment, those slope skills are part of the mixed review. To the right, you'll be able to see how long it's been since students have answered a skill correctly. For Addison, it's been over 7 minutes. I probably need to check on that student. Anytime it's been 6 minutes or more, it will turn red to alert you. Also, I want to make sure you know that you can click directly on any student's name that is blue, and you get a sneak peek on your device of the problem they're currently solving. Here, I can see that Shannon is working on this rate of change problem, and I can even view her incorrect answer with the pink dot. How powerful is that? How many times do we go over to try to help a student and we lean over to look at their work and they've erased their work because, oh, but miss, it was wrong, so I erased it. That used to drive me crazy. With Get More Math, the answer remains even if the student has backed it out or deleted it. At this point, I might choose to send that student a private message, reminding them of a strategy or giving them a tip so that they can be successful. I can even send them a game credit. Now that's just a 90-second brain break to motivate them, and then it throws them right back to the problem that they were originally solving. I can even sneak peek the answer that Get More Math is looking for straight from my device, my cell phone, my tablet, or my laptop. And you even have the power to replace a problem. So once you've looked at a problem and you've maybe helped your student and now you want to give them a fresh problem, you can click Replace Problem. You're probably also thinking about data. As math teachers, data really speaks to us. You'll have actionable data for your class as well as for individual students. You'll simply select that mixed review from that gray column and you'll be able to view all of the skills within the mixed review, and you'll even be able to tell how your class is progressing on that skill. Here we can see 82% of our students are proficient, meaning they've earned that skill green, silver, or gold, mastery over time, and their accuracy is really good. 91%. And then look to the right. I can actually see how many students I have that are still red, beginning level, or yellow, and how many have moved to green, silver, and gold for long-term retention. To view individual student data, simply click on the Student Data tab. You'll see the student's name, and again, look at all the information about this student. You'll know how many of the skills are red, yellow, or so forth for that student, and you can even look directly at every single skill for that student and see exactly how they're doing. Not only do we have all of that, we've also got an exams feature. It's super simple to create tests and Get More Math, and so powerful. Let's jump in and take a quick glance. With exams and Get More Math, you'll be able to build not only unit or chapter tests, but cumulative tests with the click of a button. Now, I know when we think about cumulative tests, we kind of get a headache. It's time intensive to create a cumulative test. It's overwhelming. With Get More Math, it is so easy. You've already selected skills that you've been teaching your students. You just click on those skills and they become a part of that test. You know as well as I do, cumulative tests really better prepare our students for that big end of year test. That way they're acclimated to taking cumulative tests. You will also find that once a student takes a test in Get More Math, we're going to grade it for you. And when you save that grade, it will immediately generate an individualized correction for every single student. Normally, the day after the test, I hand the test back and we all go over it as a class. And yes, I've taken these papers home and I've scoured them and I've tally marked which skills did they miss most. And I make sure I go over those the next day. Some of my students probably didn't even miss that, but in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's not going to hurt them to go over those. With Get More Math, they won't have to. They will only be required to correct the exact problems they missed on the test. So every student will have an individualized correction. After they've practiced some of those skills for several days or a week, Get More Math automatically generates a follow-up exam that you can simply select to turn on. And now the follow-up only includes the skills they missed on the original test. So if the original test has 20 problems and they only missed 4, there's only 4 problems on the follow-up, and it's the 4 skills they struggled with. Once that's done, you'll have an item analysis that will really inform and drive your instruction moving forward. You don't have to take it from me. Take a listen to one of our Get More Math teachers. This is Tara Krebs. She's a math teacher in Pennsylvania. We are in a hybrid situation, and Get More Math has become essential. Really don't know how I could possibly be as effective with feedback for my students without this resource. Thank you, Tara. We love you too. And what about Kevin Gunther? He's a Texas teacher right here in Aldine ISD. I love using Get More Math because of the mixed review. It allows me to work with students on their individual needs as we work to address gaps or misconceptions, working toward mastery. Thank you, Kevin. You're probably thinking, how in the world do I get started? I am ready to go. Simply go to getmoremath.com and click on that free trial and enter your information. It is a free trial through July of 2021. Once you get signed up, we're going to have lots of resources to help you along. We're teachers here at Get More Math. We've been where you are learning something new. We're going to make it as easy as possible. When you log in the very first time, you're going to be taken on a guided tour. Robbie Brown is going to walk you through how to create your first class, how to add students, and how to build an assignment. He's going to make it seem so easy. Then once you start using our program, you'll have access to a support chat, teacher resources, and a brand new video library. That chat feature will be in the lower right corner of your teacher screen. Simply click on it, and you can start a conversation with any of us trainers or even search out an article about frequently asked questions. Also, we have tons of online resources, and it's updating continually. I'm going to jump over to the actual live app and show you. If you go to getmoremath.com and you just hover right over that resource tab, there's lots of options. I want to point out, book a 15-minute chat with a trainer. We work with our teachers all day long. Customer service is so important to us. If you get in there and you start struggling and you have questions, don't fret. Just reach out. Simply click, book a 15-minute chat, and it will open up. Select a trainer, take a look at the calendar, and book it. If you need us for only 10 minutes, that's fine. If you need us for 45 minutes, no worries. We can work with teachers one-on-one or in groups if you like, whatever will make it best for you. If you click on resources, you'll see it opens up to a brand new page. Here on the left, I am going to encourage you to join our Facebook teacher group. Oh my goodness, it's a way to collaborate with lots of other Get More Math teachers sharing great ideas. I also want you to notice in the center of the screen, lots of documents that you can download. And on the right, I would recommend you definitely want to check out the student intro video. And this would be a great first activity for your students. It's actually a student telling students how Get More Math works. And in that center column, the second down, student video activity right there. Students can actually watch the video and fill in this activity handout. And directly below student intro video is a parent intro video. Our parents are wanting to know what our students are doing and how they can help. Share that with your parents. I also want you to know about this new online resource we've just recently uploaded. It's a video resource. Again, you'll simply click right next to resources on that video page, and it's going to open up, and notice how we've organized it for you for teachers, students, parents, and even for administrators. If you click directly on the grouping that you would like to look at, you're going to see lots and lots of videos. Now, I will tell you, my attention span is not very long. Our videos are super short, 2, 3, 5 minutes max, showing you lots of different features and how to use it, from creating classes and adding students to assignments and how to look at data. All kinds of information. You'll want to definitely check out Success in the Classroom with Get More Math. Lots and lots of support available to you. Tips for success. I will tell you, the very first time you log in, even though you can access it on your phone or your tablet, log in from a computer the first time. You want to get the full experience of Get More Math. And be sure and take that tour. It's going to make everything seem so easy. Immediately after the tour, go ahead and set up your classes, your students, and make that first assignment so you're ready to go. Don't forget about the student intro video and activity paper. And use that group chat. If you have any concerns or struggles, any questions, reach out, let us know about it. Once you've signed up and begun to use the program, you'll receive an email with a new user checklist. Fill that out, complete that, and you'll go into the drawing for a $50 Amazon gift card. We know we all like Amazon gift cards. If you are a homeschool parent, please feel free to scan this barcode in front of you. It will take you directly to the site where you can get signed up. And if you need any help with that, please jot down this email, spelton@getmoremath.com. Shelly will be right there to help you along the way. So if you have any questions at all, be sure and reach out to Shelly and scan that barcode with your phone. If you're a classroom teacher, simply scan this barcode and it'll take you right to the site so you can get started with that free trial. If you have any questions at all, I'd be glad to answer those. I'm going to click over here. I know Robbie's been sitting over there ready to answer questions. Oh, I do see a question here. What grade levels are available? Oh, that's a great question. We have grades 3 through Algebra 1 Geometry, and there's a lot of Algebra 2 in our skills bank. It's about 80% complete. Let me jump over here to my teacher account and I can actually show you that. From the work tab in the blue ribbon, here are all the various grades that are available. You will have access to all of those grade levels. So if you're a 7th grade teacher, but you've got some students that are really struggling, there's lots of gaps, you can go back into the 5th grade, 4th grade, or even 3rd grade level to pull the skills that are appropriate for your students. How much is it? Well, I will tell you, I'm not a salesman. I'm a trainer. I can tell you that it's free through July of 2021, the entire program, not just a piece of it. You can use it completely free through July of 2021. And then after that, it's never more than $15 a student. And we offer lots of volume discounts. So that's all I know about that. Does a school need to purchase a license, or can a teacher purchase a license? Oh, that's a great question. Thank you so much. You're going to purchase it by student. So yes, you can certainly purchase just for one class of students if you have like 25 students, so you just need 25 licenses. But I will encourage you, if you're going to use the free trial, share that with all of the teachers on your campus, because it's a free pilot for the entire campus. So you don't want your teacher friends to miss out. So you can share that with them and they can sign up as well and use it free through July of 2021. Oh, this is another great question. How can we create a spiral review now? We're just getting started using the Get More Math, and we're in the middle of the year. That is a great question. What you'll do is simply create an assignment based on the skills you're teaching, and then you can slowly add in other skills to that assignment, and it'll build slowly. Now, There is a video on how to do that. So I'm so glad that you asked that question. I'm going to jump over here, and I know it's right here. Let's see, where is that? Here we go. Under miscellaneous, add skills to mixed review. It's going to show you exactly how to do that, and that is perfect for this time of the year. Thank you so much for asking that. How can we create? Okay. When you add a skill to your class, is it automatically added? Yes. When you add skills in an assignment and you assign it to your class, it will be automatically placed in mixed review. So every time you click assign and start an assignment with your class, those skills will be added to mixed review. You're not going to want to add all your skills at once. That's going to be too overwhelming for your students. Think about where we are. We're in January. You've taught half a year of material. You're going to want to add in tiny increments so that you don't overwhelm your students. You don't want them logging in and having 50 red squares on their screen. Add a few each day and allow your students to work through those and make those progressions from red and yellow onto green. And as you notice they're mastering those skills, you can add in trickling in more and more skills. Any other questions? Oh, y'all have been so awesome. Thank you so much for joining today. Just a quick reminder, please do not get frustrated. Right over, if you hover over resources and you click book a 15-minute chat, it's going to open up. You're going to see a listing of the trainers. Simply click on a trainer's name and it'll show you all the available days and times. We also do lots of phone conversations. We'll jump in a quick Zoom. You can share your screen. We can walk you through it. Whatever works best for you. We want you to be successful, and we are here to support you. Any other questions? I don't see any other questions. So thank you all so much for joining. Reach out if we can help at all, and have a great afternoon. Bye-bye. Well, trying to find it. There it is. Bye. Thanks, guys.